Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tender Gaming. Thanks for being here. It would suck if you weren't here, so thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. So on this episode, first of all, we're playing Comix, and this game is such a classic and needs an HD remake. Like, this needs a beautiful Joe touch. So on this episode, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk a little bit about how I got into comics, like why I started drawing comics and writing comic books and everything like that. And God, this reminds me so much of that Goosebumps episode where the kid like microwaves his comic and it comes to life. I can't remember the name of the episode. Oh God, so good. But yeah, my kind of start with comics really started back in elementary school. Now, in elementary school, I was shockingly kind of one of the you would call a loser, I guess. You know, I was in special ed. I was made fun of a lot. A lot of the the cool kids, the in crowd, kind of made fun of me and ostracized me, and you know, just made me feel really shitty because I liked stuff like Pokemon cards and Dragon Ball Z, like all the shit that's cool now. Back in the day, like, all the kids who could, like, throw a basketball good were like, oh, what a fucking nerd. Ugh. And there was a particular group of girls at our school. They were called the Roosters, which was retarded in itself because roosters are guys. Oh, fuck you. So there was, like, those group of people, and again, they were the group that really just made fun of a lot of us. And, you know, again, you look back at it now and it's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But at the time, it really sucked. And, you know, if you went through that sort of stuff, or you are going through that sort of stuff, I can tell you, it gets better. Like, you don't have to feel shitty because of it. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to get my little mouse button. So, again, yeah, I was in, like, special ed, and because I didn't want to take French. And I was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, or ADD, which is that thing that every fucking kid in the world has. You know that thing? So I had that, and I don't think a lot of the teachers liked me. So I was one of those guys, I like to entertain people. Like, from the start, I was into theater, I was into comedy, I just liked, you know, being entertaining for people. So, when comic books kind of played into this, my dad bought me a big stack of, like, Avengers comic books when I was very young. And I remember one day in particular, I came home from school, and I was just having a bad day. Like, I just felt down because, you know, I was getting made fun of, I wasn't, you know, well, at this point, I think this was one of the first days that I was actually in special ed, and I felt just really out of place. And my dad bought me these comics, a bunch of Avengers comics. And I started reading them, and I felt so good. I don't know what it was, but it was this odd calming feeling. Uh-oh, what happened to my mouse? Yeah, this odd feeling came over me of, like, everything was going to be okay. Can you come back? I need you. Thank you. It sucks in this game that, like, shit hurts you. Like, that punching that grate hurt me. But yeah, I found peace in comics, if that makes any sense. It was kind of a safe haven for me. No matter how bad shit was at school or how much I was made fun of, I could always read comics and characters like Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man at the time, because I really related to him. And I think a lot of kids that deal with the same shit relate to him in that way. How much can I get you? Haha. And again, so I remember, like, many days and nights I would spend, especially nights, I would spend under my bed reading my comic books because it was like my own fortress of solitude. And that's when I started really drawing comics and writing comics, because it made me feel good about myself when, you know, it was a time when I really didn't because I wasn't, you know, in the in crowd and all that shit, which doesn't, by the way, that shit doesn't matter. Like, down the line, that super doesn't matter. And I just want to take this opportunity to say from, like, the bottom of my heart to all those people out there who have ever persecuted somebody for being different and making somebody feel shitty because they liked the uncool stuff. I just want you guys to know, fuck you. Like, seriously. Because you're going to look back at that shit and you're going to feel like a fucking idiot because, like, you did track and field and whatever. So like what you want to like, because you know what, at the end of the day, you're perfect the way you are. You don't have to change shit to fit in. Now, going back to comics, the first comic I ever actually bought was a series called Dark Claw. For those of you who don't know what Dark Claw is, he's a mashup of Wolverine and Batman. He's basically Bruce Wayne. How am I supposed to get through this? How do I get through this without hurting myself? Oh, I can use my mouse. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome. But yeah, he's basically a mashup of Wolverine and Batman. And he's basically Logan with Bruce Wayne's backstory. Super bizarre comic. But awesome. If you can find it, I don't even know where you'd find it. I only ever found the first issue of it. I never found another issue. And it was printed by a company, I think it was Amalgam Comics. I don't even think they're around anymore. And his villain was a character named Hyena, which was basically Sabretooth with Joker's face. Like, it's such a weird comic. And they had a whole bunch of them. They had, like, Captain America and Superman and all that stuff. So after my experience with comics and getting into it and everything, I decided, like, that's what I was going to do. And come high school, this is actually where Saul and I met. We started collaborating together on our school newspaper. And we did a couple series. I think we did something called, like, how do I do this? Got it. And nailed it. We did a series, I think it was called, like, Harold Pooter or something like that. It was a, it was supposed to be a Harry Potter kind of spoof. And then we ended up doing another comic for our school newspaper called Redbird, because our school's mascot was called Redbird, which is because we were very creative back then. What are these booger monsters? Ugh. I am really low on health. I don't think I'm going to make it through this page, to be honest, because I think there's a boss fight after this. I used to play this a lot when I was a kid, but I don't remember a lot of it. This game, by the way, this game is hard as shit, for those of you who have played it. So after we started doing our school newspaper, which, and again, that was like the first time that I felt like we were really doing something with our talents. You know, Saul's a very good writer. Yeah, and I like to draw, so we kind of put everything together. Oh god, I don't think I'm getting through this boss fight. So, the first time I went to college, I went for, like, stylistic drawing. Yeah, I don't think I'm making it through this. And I started learning how to actually, like, put a page together and how to, you know, what a splash page was and how panels work in different shots. Long shots, close shots, mid shots, all that sort of stuff really go together. Do I have to start from the very beginning? Oh, I thought I'd start from the beginning of the game. Or do I? Oh, that'll suck if I have to start from... This game... Oh my god, I get one life? Alright, here we go again. Yeah, so in college, I started learning how to put everything together. And that's where I really found myself, where I really started to excel and understand my own style. And understand why things work the way they do in comics. And it was really interesting and really rewarding. And I ended up working for a couple of my professors and teachers. I did a couple teaching gigs and things like that for them, which was really fun. And I had my own little school that I taught out of for a little bit, for like summer like camps and things like that. And that was really rewarding, just to like give back and see the creativity that, you know, kids have. Because kids are like super duper creative. Like there was one kid, he would put, like he would give a guy a pizza body with like big strong arms and a cape and like spikes coming out of his back. Like just really weird shit. But again, really, really creative and really fun and rewarding to see that. What do I do here? So here's the problem. Like, why do the barrels hurt me? I'm just going to do this. So again, Comix for me, going back a little bit, it was a safe place for me. You know, it was a place where I felt okay for being that social outcast and that weird kid. And there's nothing wrong with being weird. Weirdos were interesting, I think. Because we actually have, like, stories. We have things that we want to share. It's those, you know, regular, normal people that are just fucking boring. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, did you see the, you know, did you check the polls this morning? Oh, like, just fucking kill me. I'm gonna give this one more go. I'm gonna try and get through this. I don't think I can. I forgot that you got 1 life in this game. That's really stupid. Again, this game, I think, should get, like, an HD remake. Don't you think? Because the art style and everything in this is very good. Like, it's very comic book, very true to what a comic book game should look like. And if this got, like, a Beautiful Joe style, kind of, like, gloss over, that'd be amazing. That would look so good. So if you guys have any stories or anything like that that you'd like to share about, you know, elementary school or high school or college and finding yourself, or, you know, your history in comics or anything creative like that, you know, let me know. I'd love to hear it, because I think everybody has a story to tell, and for the most part, they're all interesting. They're all fun. How are you supposed to dodge that? That's so dumb. I'm going to use my power milk, I guess. And again, the great thing, you know, about college and high school and everything is you meet people. You get to learn about people, and that's always fun because, again, people are interesting. We all have something about us. Remember that commercial where it was like, nobody's good at everything, everybody's good at something. Where it was like the kid was like, I play the tuba, I collect bugs. Shit like that. So true. And then there was that other commercial where the girl like cuts her arm off. She's like a robot. And she's like, I can put my arm back on. You can't. Don't play with shark shit. Alright. So you know what? I got through that. I'm going to chalk that up as a win. So again, leave me a comment. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that little like button as well. And yeah, share me some stories because I'd love to hear them. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.